Should we try it again?
Yeah, we should.
I can't, bro.
Why did I choose Derek?
Just two professional men. So what is? So what is this?
You know, we don't know who's going to be seeing this. Right?
Clearly, your mom and dad are going to be seeing this.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. He's not sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Here we go. What is your name?
My name is Liam Johnston Peter Krippel.
Hey, okay. Two middle names, huh?
Oh, yeah. You picked up on that, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Okay. What's the first one? Johnston?
First one's Johnston, yeah.
Where's that one come from?
It comes from my mom's side of the family.
Okay.
The Irish side.
Irish.
Yes.
And Peter.
Peter being my father, Peter Krippel. Yeah.
Okay. A little.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotta have it.
Yeah.
And you're an only child.
Yeah, only child.
I see.
All that time.
And where are you from?
I am from Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Right outside Princeton, Central New Jersey. Mercer County.
That's what or to whom then is this thing dedicated to?
I don't know. I think it's there's the obvious influences in my life, like my parents and friends, everything like that. But I think it's for anyone that wants to see it or gets anything out of it. That's for you. If you had any type of time watching this, even if you hate it, that it's for you. Congratulations. I gave you some hate.
It's still for you.
Congratulations. If you hate this right now, you're going to talk about it later. And I win. So,
Art is supposed to make you feel something.
so if you're feeling something, just want pieces.
And if you're not feeling something, you didn't watch it. So go back and watch it again. All right, thanks.
sadly born. I mean, they have the truth of this from Hero. I seem to pity the lady. Seems her affections have their full bent. Love me? Why, it must be requited. I hear how I'm censored. They say I will bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say, too, that she would rather die than give any sign of affection. I did never think to marry. I will not seem proud. Say the lady is fair. 'Tis a truth I can bear them witness. And virtuous. 'Tis so I cannot reprove it. And wise? For loving me. Upon my troth, it is no addition to her wit, no nor great argument of her folly. I will be horribly in love with her. I may have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me because I have railed so long against marriage, but doth not the appetite alter? When I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think that I should live till I were married. Dear Frosty, truth is, I am afraid. I'm afraid that I'll never see my dad again, and that my mom will never find happiness. I'm afraid of losing Kim. She's the love of my life. Of course, I'm afraid of losing you. Yeah, I don't know if you know what fathers are supposed to be, but now I know what they should be. I finally read my dad's letter to me. It's a lot like my essay to you. Just a bunch of words on the page. And it made me realize that that's not what I want to leave behind. I want to be worthy of the things that you're teaching me, but I'm afraid that I never will be. I mean, I know this sounds strange, but I always felt like I wouldn't be around here very, very long. Like I was just kind of passing through. Which is why I need to take that drop. Why I have to. Because once I catch it, I'll become a part of it. And then I'll know that I'm alive. We all come from the sea, but we're not all of the sea. Those of us who are, we children of the tides, must return to it again and again, until one day we don't come back, leaving behind that which was only touched along the way. But to die and going we know not where, to lie in cold obstruction or to rot, to bathe in fiery floods, or to reside in the thrilling regions of thick-ribbed ice, to be imprisoned with the viewless winds, thrown with restless violence round about this pendant world, or to be worse than worst, that those with lawless and uncertain thought imagine howling 'tis too horrible. The weariest and the most loathed worldly life that age, ache, penury, and imprisonment can lay on nature is a paradise to what we fear here on earth.
can lay on nature is a paradise, what we fear of death. Lighthearted stuff. Are you afraid of death, or?
Yes and no. I fear more for it about the people around me more than myself. I think I'll be okay. For the longest time, I ignored it. I ignored the idea of death because I've been able to live a life that's been up to a certain point very comforted from the fact that I don't tend to have to think about death until old age or something like that.
Yeah.
And then there's been moments that have reoccurred now that we're up against that clock every day. We don't know when it's going to happen. It could happen at any moment for any reason. And having been in a couple of situations that have been pretty hairy, whether it be in the ocean or just in life, it's really eye-opening to know that, to feel like shit. And so now I've kind of flipped the switch on that and have not dared death, but just been less. I just don't ignore it as much anymore.
Sort of like the acknowledgement of death makes you more present in your life.
Yeah.
You ever have sorry for
No.
You just say one of those life flashes before your eyes, because you said you've had a couple of close calls.
I don't think I've had a full life flash before my eyes, but I have had moments where I've been there's an example is I was in the ocean and just this monster wave came, and I remember thinking I've been in situations like that before, but this one just was extra dangerous. There was just a lot of elements at play that were pretty serious, so consequences were very severe. And there's just that moment where you go, oh shit, this better not be too bad.
Test of nature here.
And the idea of not knowing what is going to happen, I had no idea how long it was going to be held on because I'd never seen a wave that big before, with my own two eyes, and the whole sky just lights up in this dark blue, and then it all becomes white once the wave crashes, and you go, well, shit. We'll better take a big breath right here and just hope. And in a lot of ways, you wake up in the morning and you just kind of hope that you get to go to bed at night. So I hope that answers your question. I have no idea.
Okay. Our partner thinks that she's a good hire. You weren't at that meeting, so...
No, I was at the casino covering your ass.
Well, I wasn't exactly on vacation.
No, I know that.
I was under a great deal of pressure.
Yeah, but you made a huge unilateral decision.
Wendy, why do you feel so resistant to hiring Maya? This isn't about her resume, is it? It's personal for you.
I just think it is a huge risk hiring someone who has such vastly different values than we do. I understand that you're under a great deal of pressure, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that you went through what you went through, but I just don't think that Maya is the answer to any of our problems.
Fine, our partner thinks that she is.
Yeah, well, I disagree.
Good. Good communication. Can you access some feeling words?
I'm scared. I'm fucking terrified, actually.
Oh, those are strong feelings.
You want to know why you're scared, Wendy? It's because you don't believe in your husband, yet I have kept us safe this entire time.
Safe.
Yes, and you somehow think we are incapable
You think
of...
we're safe.
Yes, I do think that we're safe. Do you want to help me out here, Steve? Can you tell her that everything that I do is for the family?
Oh, can you tell him that that is complete bullshit?
I think that the two of you are doing a terrific job of talking this out.
Really? Because I think we're just going in circles here, so please weigh in.
You gotta have something to say.
I do, actually. What does it say about a marriage when a husband and wife both try to bribe the therapist? Yeah, you're both paying me off there. I said it.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? You did the same goddamn thing I did.
Once.
Once. You're a fucking beauty.
Because I was worried. You came in here with this crazy idea, and I wanted Steve here to work a little harder.
You people don't make it easy for anybody.
Shut the fuck up, Steve. Have you been doing this the entire time? Are you really that insecure?
No, I'm not ignored, Wendy. Do you want to know why I'm trying to bribe this man? It is because this is my only opportunity to prove to you that what you're doing is dangerous. Okay, first of all, you force us to stay here. Then you dig us in so deep we're never gonna get out. And now I find out that you've been pouring your heart out every night to Navarro on the phone, interpreting his fucking omens. Do you know how dangerous that is?
You're listening to my phone calls.
Do you know what happened to the maid that lost the teeth?
You're jealous.
He killed her.
You're jealous. You can't keep up with me.
Give me a fucking break.
No. You can't keep up with me. And it's driving me crazy.
Really? You think you're having a lot of success over there? You think?
I
Maybe.
do. I have one sliver of success.
Yeah, one sliver of success. You think chopping the balls off a horse, you call that success?
Oh, come on. I didn't mean to.
Exactly. Your ambition makes you reckless. You go into business with a drug lord, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen?
My ambition.
Yes.
You are so arrogant. You think you can flip an FBI agent. Do you know how crazy that sounds?
Was it crazier than killing someone?
Don't you dare. I didn't kill Kate.
No. You had somebody else do it for you.
For our family.
Yeah, and I stayed with you.
Oh, wow. Doesn't that make you a big fucking hero?
And why did you do that, Wendy?
For our family.
For a family.
Because you didn't have the balls to do it yourself.
No, I was trying to get us the fuck out of there.
They would have found us.
No, they wouldn't.
We would have all been dead if it wasn't for your
You can
plan.
say whatever you have to say to justify it. Okay. I don't know how you believe yourself.
You're a fucking prick.
Yeah?
Do you think that's true?
That isn't true.
No. You don't think you don't put everything in front of the family? Gary, Navarro, another casino, a horse farm? You put everything in front of the family.
I'm trying. I'm trying to build a future for our family because of the mess that you put us into.
And you're just a scary, selfish, power-hungry fucking bitch. Obviously, we're going to have to talk about doctor-patient confidentiality. It's a good idea, they say, to talk to you. Even though you don't know what I am saying. I wish you would cry. They say I'm lucky that you're not keeping me up all night and all day, but it's not natural to not cry at all. My doctors say that you're fine, but I don't trust doctors anymore, and neither should you. Okay? You'd tell me when you're tired, or wet, or hungry,
You just say, hey. You say that? You want to say, hey? You want to say, hey? Just say it like me. You want to say, hey? You want to say, hey? You can say, you want to say, dada? You want to say, dada? You want to say, dada? No? Okay. Just don't hold back on my account. Okay? Too many people are not being themselves around me anymore, so don't let me control you. Whenever you're ready, you just let those little lungs out and let the neighbors be damned, okay? A miracle. You know that? They didn't even expect you to live. Whenever you're ready, just let those little lungs breathe. Okay?
Now those whose love we wanted, but didn't get, we emulate. It's the only way we have in our power to get the closeness and the love that we needed and desired. So when I was a young man looking for a voice to meld with mine, to write my songs and to tell my stories, well, I chose my father's voice. Because there was something sacred in it to me. And when I went looking for something to wear, I put on factory workers' clothes because they were my dad's clothes. And all that we know about manhood is what we have seen and what we have heard from our fathers, and my father was my hero and my greatest foe. Not long after he died, I had this dream. I'm sitting on stage, I'm in front of thousands of people. My dad is back from the dead. And suddenly I'm sitting next to him in the aisle. And my dad, who for years sat at the kitchen table, unreachable, but what I was too young, I was too stupid to understand, was his depression. So I sit next to my father. I rub his forearm. And I say, look, Dad, see that guy on stage? That's exactly how I see you. My father's house shines hard and bright. It stands like a beacon, calling me in the night, calling and calling, so cold and alone, shining down this dark highway where our sins lie unatoned.
Okay, so how much of this is for your parents?
A lot of it. A lot of it is I don't know so much like what do you say, for them?
Yeah, for.
I don't know how much of it is like for them. I think it's like conception is them. Like I couldn't write this thesis and I couldn't do this thesis without them for like obvious reasons, right? Because they met and had me, but like just how integral they are in my life
no matter what I did, it would be that I would like be emulated in some way.
Both.
Yeah, both. Even though I'm sorry, Mom, there's no mom piece in there. I don't. That was not on purpose. I was gonna redo the whole thing at one point because I thought that was like really not okay that she wasn't like specifically mentioned in there.
Sure.
But I thought about it and I realized like the father monologue with the kid. I don't think about my dad in that. I am my mom in my mind. Just like I'm channeling her in that. And once I realized that, and once I realized that most of those like very vulnerable positions throughout the whole thing are her, I was like, well, this whole thing is like she's at the core, and obviously so is my dad. But just because she's not mentioned, I came to realize there's no way. Like, there's no way that there's not her in that. She's everywhere in this thing.
So they both mean a lot to you.
Yeah.
So last question then.
Yeah.
This is a fun one. Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied?
Do you want to explain your what satisfaction you speak of? Like, what kind of satisfaction are we talking? Just general.
I don't know. There's so many different kinds of satisfaction. It could be personal, artistic, familial. I don't know. It could be a lot of. I mean, if you were to your thesis, right, for everything you said it's about, and for everything that you've just done, right, and for this moment where people are seeing this, right, does that coalesce into satisfaction? Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know.
There's always an I don't know because when you say artistically, I don't think I'll ever be.
Okay, yeah.
Describe it. I've been thinking about this thesis for 4 years now, and I always thought that like there would be a moment where I go, that's it, done.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look at that. But
I am a
none of it,
genius.
absolutely none of it feels that way.
Sure.
There are maybe like moments and pockets where I go, oh, that was fun, but I do not feel like I can just. If I had more time, I would always. So satisfaction in that way is hard to give a yes to.
Sure.
But in terms of a whole package, I got to work with people I love to work with. I got to say things that were fun for me to say and do things that were fun to do. So, and I hopefully got a few people to watch it. And that's kind of it. That's all I.
So what about right now? Say 22-year-old Liam Johnston Peter Krivkov now in this moment.
Yes.
Are you satisfied?
Yeah, I'm okay. That ties into the death thing. Because at the end of the day, because we don't know when we're gonna die, I constantly have to ask myself, or be aware of that fact, so that if like something's not there, I can either say it doesn't matter and not care about it, or be like, well, let me try to fix this so that when I go to bed, I don't have to like be in that crazy state of mind. That's just
Listen, you did it. Check.
done.